look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be discussing with you in this reaction video is about trifling low-life individuals, women, certain women, in my most humble opinion. And I'm going to have a lady up here who's going to break it down from her point of view of what a bummy type of Pookeisha looks like. And she is pretty correct on the stuff she's about to say. So this video, for educational purposes, is to help the men to understand that they're dealing with a bummy Pookeisha, and also to help the women out there to let them know they're musty back helper. And this will definitely show you if you kind of musty. Now let me go ahead and get to this and put it on the screen. Boom. Now dig this before you dig that. Let's get it.
So when you are dealing with a woman, the number one way to realize whether you have a bum for a woman is when her hand is always out. And when
back that up. I want you to understand that. When you got an old begging woman, and that's the thing going on. That's the trend now, begging. Women beg all the time. And when they saying, help me, please, they also saying that they are independent queens of the universe, the cocoa butter goddess of the universe. They will tell you that they are so independent, they don't need nobody. They're single by choice. I can do bad by myself. And at the same time, ask you for some money. Can you run me here in your car? Can I borrow your car? Can I borrow your pickup? Can you loan me some lashes? All this stuff. Okay, if you meet, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna let it continue before I go ahead. Get going.
So when you are dealing with a woman, the number one way to realize whether you have a bum for a woman is when her hand is always out. And women typically really shouldn't ask for stuff as a boyfriend. As a husband, the standards go up as a husband. But as a boyfriend, as someone she's dating, it really shouldn't be, I need gas money. I need some new makeup. I need you to pay my rent. I need you to, can you buy my kids some clothes? Can you buy my kids some food? Can you do this? Can you buy me some new tires? Contrary.
Now, let me tell you something. She's 100% correct. A woman, if she likes you, she's not going to ask you for money. Y'all didn't know that. A lot of people don't know that. If a woman has interest in you and y'all not in a relationship, she ain't going to start begging. And if she really think you are a man of quality, she ain't gonna start begging for shit either. She gonna wanna have her own stuff. First, you shouldn't pick a woman that don't got her stuff together, period. But women who like you will not ask you for money. Why? Because they don't want you to think that they are a gold digger, that they are using you, that they are manipulators and trying to get into your pocket. So they'll do everything in their power to keep themselves from looking like a negative person or have you assume that they're a certain way that they are not. That's with women who really like you. A woman who don't like you is gonna ask you for shit. Let me tell you something. I done been on phone call with women before, and I hang up, click on them. Why? I say, hey, what's up, girl? What you up to? And when they open up with one of these two statements, it be like, man, I'm stressed out right now. Click. I'm hanging up right then. You know why? Because she for to ask my ass for money. But I call, hey, how you doing today? What you got going on? Man, I got things on my mind. Click. I'm hanging the hell up because she finna ask me for money right after that. That's how they always do. Most women, they don't have money to do anything. They don't have no idea of how to have fun without requesting money from a man. That's why you can call a woman, you can talk to a woman, and they say the same things over and over. So, hey, what's up, babe? What you got going on? Nothing. So tell me about yourself. What do you like to do? And a long-headed, musty back heifer will always say this right here. Oh, I like to travel. Don't have a passport, or if they do have a passport, most times these women who are musty back heifer with long chins always think that traveling means that they go on a cruise. I went on a cruise, just a cruise. They always think that's doing something big. They ain't doing nothing at all. And when you talk to these women, you ask them what they like to eat, they always say two things. What you like to eat, baby? I like Mexican food and scrimp. And they lazy. If a woman's too lazy to say the full 3 syllables in Mexican and just say it like this, Mexican. To the Mexican, she a lazy bum, get away from her. I'm not even trying to be funny, but most of you men can identify with what I said. Because majority of women Those are their responses, and almost all their responses require you as a man to pay for it. The Mexican food and the scrimps and the traveling, all that stuff right there, because they bummy, man. They bummy. Let's keep going. Sorry about the rant.
Can you do this? Can you buy me some new tires?
Hell no.
Contrary to popular belief, contrary to what the girlies are teaching women online, a woman shouldn't be asking you for all that because you just her boyfriend or you just a homie. If you're not her brother, her uncle, her husband, like women really don't have no business asking you for anything, honestly. But the second clue that this woman is a bum, honestly, is just going to be her lack of ambition. It kind of coincides with the same characteristics of a man, except in this case it's different because a woman with no ambition, a woman with no vision, no mission, no purpose, she don't want to work. She doesn't even want to be productive. And working doesn't have to be a 9 to 5. If she doesn't even want to cultivate something of her own, she's a bum. She doesn't want to put her talent to use, she's a bum. And these things are especially for men who are men of purpose, men of integrity, men of God, men who strive for something greater. You want generational wealth. You want to truly create something that lasts.
In other words, she doesn't contribute, man. She doesn't contribute to your ideal of success. You're trying to be something in life. Lazy, Pukisha, mustard back heifers, bummy women, they will only drain from you. They're a succubus. They'll drain your energy, your masculinity, your finances, your peace of mind. You will always pour into them, and they will always withdraw from you. Because women like that are parasitic in nature. They are parasites, in my most humble opinion. So if you got a woman who has no ambition, no drive, no goals, but yet still ain't content, you can don't want to be a rapper or a singer or have a job that makes 6 figures and stuff like that and be content. But at least you got something going on. If you got women who ain't got nothing going on except trying to see what you got going on, that's a lazy woman. That's a smash and dash. That's a penetrate and hate. Just get on out of there. Get out of my house. That's what that is right then and there. You get what I'm saying?
It's a long time. It stands the test of time. This kind of woman is risky to you because you are supposed to be here. And in order for you to be here and sustain you being here, your woman, her mindset is going to have to match your mindset, and her ambition is going to have to match your ambition. Her drive is going to have to match your drive. And so if this woman has her hand out consistently, that means she's willing to take from you. And if she doesn't have the drive that matches yours and the ambition that matches yours, she's going to take your vision, your mission, and be the beneficiary of it, or want to be the beneficiary of it. And so if you want to eliminate bums as women, get you a genuine and authentic woman who doesn't lead with her hand out. And she will just come in ready to experience you as who you are. It's not.
Also, other than to piggyback on what she's saying, don't get with a woman that leads with her hand out, and don't get with a woman who leads with her pussy out either. Trying to entice you through beating the guts up so they can manipulate you. Can you dig it?
Who doesn't lead with her hand out. And she will just come in ready to experience you as who you are. It's not about you paying her rent. And then a bonus tip, if you add all of these things together and you also see that this woman is just not genuinely interested in you, she's not interested in what brings you joy, she's not interested in your hobbies or at least what you have going on, she's not trying to get to know you, she's not inquisitive about you, then you have to just come to the conclusion that, okay, she's a bum, and not only she a bum, but she don't want me for real. She just wants what I can do for her. Because sadly enough, a lot of women are only with a lot of you men, especially if you are at least somewhat established and or financially stable. They just want what they can get from you.
That's true. A bunch of gold digging women who just want to benefit off your hard work. That's just true, man. They don't like you. I said it before and I say it again. Women will marry you and not love you. Women be your girlfriend, don't like you. Women will sleep with you and don't want you. It's just the truth of it.
And they only see you as money. That's it. And the way a lot of men mess up in that area is that you go for women who are not genuine, who are not authentic. And you end up choosing women who only want you for your money. They see that you're a good man. They trap y'all with babies. Like some of them. I'm not talking about all of them, but some of them will trap you with babies because they see that you're a good man. You get good benefits. They know you a father. You would be a good father. So they know you're not going nowhere, at least in the case of their kids. Like they know they secured the bag. So a lot of y'all really got to be careful. But yeah, hopefully this helped. I hope you weren't being smart like a lot of the men in the comments. You know, I tried to really give y'all what y'all were asking.
Yeah, well, you gave it to us, Big Mama. Yeah, you did. Now go lose some weight. But yeah, she was right. She hit the nail on the head a lot of time when she said stuff, man. So anyway, just to let you know, you may not get no videos Friday because I got someone flying in. I ain't one of them dudes that fly women out. No one getting flued in. Not the pimp, not the Mac. Because when the Mac and it's active, it's attractive. Can you dig it? No, it's not that at all. What I'm gonna say is, I did 10 videos Monday. So if you missed some, I did 10 videos in one day, so you can probably catch up. And I'm gonna try to see if I can put out 2 videos tomorrow. If not, I take Saturdays and Sundays off anyhow. But it might be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know what I mean? And I come back Monday as I normally do. Just letting y'all know, give y'all heads up and everything. Hope y'all do all right. Enjoy your weekend and everything that's upcoming. You dig? I'll talk to y'all pretty soon. And remember, there's only 2 things that I ain't never seen. And that's a turtle with speed or a hoe I need. Can you dig it?